Hey guys, Flux here coming to you with a commentary with CM901. I am using the silencer and extended mags. My perks that I am running are Sleight of Hand, Hardline, and Stalker. Perks that I earned would be Quick Draw, Marksman, and Scavenger. Yes, this is not the best of the assault rifles used. It's very different from them. I do actually like it. This was the first time I slapped on extended mags in this little setup, and I got a MOAB. I actually don't die for the rest of this game. I go on like a 43 gun streak, not including the MOAB kills or the kills that I got before this. I died like 2 times before this. Just thought it would be a little too long if I put those in, even though it is already 9 minutes. But every time I try and do this commentary, I just commentate for too long. So I'm just gonna try and rush this through, not talk about that too much. JG almost gets a MOAB in this gameplay, as you'll see, because I just look at the leaderboard so often. You get on like a 22 kill streak. Too bad. Too bad. Was a pretty cool MOAB gameplay. We do have one of those coming up though, so look out for that. I just want to say thank you to the people that have been liking my videos. My last video got 12 likes, 38 subscribers. That's amazing. That is. I think that's like a little under. So around 1/3 of my subscribers. So thank you to you guys for doing that. So today I want to talk about driving. Now I'm 18, so I've been driving for a little while now. I know that, you know, it's not like I'm old or anything like that, and I'm a professional. Yeah, but I have been driving, so, and a lot of my friends are like 16, 17, 18, and they do not have their license. It's mostly just laziness that they probably don't have their license. A lot of people just get really lazy with getting their license. I didn't get my license till I was 17 because like I didn't get my permit till I was 16 and a half, although right after I got my permit I was just thinking about getting my license. And like a lot of my friends which have their permits and haven't gotten their license. So yeah, a lot of them have said like, oh, I don't know where to take it or anything like that. It can't be that hard to find out. You just look it up on your internet browser and, you know, it'll pop right up. It can't be that hard. But they're lazy. So, yeah. Oh my god. Driving is... There's just some things about driving. Like, when you guys are going to get your license and stuff, and I'm not talking to all of you, because I know that some of you probably do have your license, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm sure that some of you have your license, but there's got to be some of you out there that don't. So, it's more like... And to those of you that do have your license, it's more like reminiscing about the good old days when you got your license. Even though they weren't too good because, you know, instructors are douches and stuff like that. I wasn't one of the lucky ones that got a good instructor. But, you know, the online tests, I kind of skimmed through those pretty fast. Like, just because my dad, like, I had 4 more out of 20 online tests to take, and I had the major, like, 80 question test to take. And my dad's like, you finish those tests within the hour or I'm throwing your PS2 away. I'm like, what? So I had to finish those really quick, bust those out. I actually kind of, hint, hint, cheated on those. Not really. I mean, I did open 2 tabs and find out if each one of my answers was correct or not, and then put the right answers into the other tab. Sorry. But, you know, they were pretty stupid questions. Like my sister, she tried taking one of my tests. She actually took 4 of my tests for me with her friends because she's like, how hard can these tests be? At first, she's like, wow, these questions are like really, really stupid and useless. So I'm like, I know, right? Come down like 2 hours later, she's like, I finished 4 of your tests for you. You should be finishing those tests really soon, okay? It can't take that long. I'm like, thank you for finishing 4 tests, man. I'm going to go back and play video games. So I really didn't mind that she did the questions for me. But I did actually take the practice tests pretty seriously, and because of that, when I went in to take my permit test, I got like 47 out of 50 correct. And the driving test for when I got my license, I did everything correct, you know, except my driving instructor was a douche. Like, I know the area that I was driving around, and there's a 15 miles per hour speed limit sign. Now, I'm sure he knows the area pretty well because, you know, he works there. But still, when we first pulled out of the parking lot, I started going 50 miles per hour. And it took me a little while to actually start going 25 miles per hour, which is residential speed. You know them, driving instructors, they don't talk at all. during the actual test. They don't talk till afterwards, and then they yell at you. So it was pretty quiet while I was doing this. But towards the end, he's like, "You didn't." He said it with a really thick accent. I can't even do it. But he was like, "You were going 15 miles per hour. Or do you know the residential speed?" I'm like, "That's 25 miles per hour." And it's like, if one car would have pulled up behind you, I would have failed you right there. And I'm like, I don't see why that would even be considered, because usually it's when there's 3 cars behind you, then you have to pull over. So why would one car pull behind me and I would fail? And if one car was going slow behind me, I would probably speed up. But yeah, I did know the rules. So I was going 15 miles per hour at first. And another thing they said was that I wasn't turning my head, which I was. But, you know, with those driving instructors, you have to turn your head like a freaking owl, like in a 180-degree vision. I mean, like, you gotta turn your head 180 degrees just so that they know that you're turning. And it's like, what the hell? I mean, seriously, I can't do it. It hurts. I can't. But, you know, maybe they do get those owl students every now and then, and the owl students make us all look bad. But, yeah, so that was my test. I do have, like, 1 parking ticket, because my school is, like, super overcrowded. So I did park, like, in front of somebody's house, and I came, like, 30 minutes late, so I got a ticket. And I have gotten in 1 car crash, but I can't really talk about that. The agreement hasn't gone over yet. It wasn't my fault, though. I have 4 out of 5 witnesses saying that it was completely the other guy's fault, and there's 1 witness that's saying it's partially my fault. And the other guy didn't have a lot of friends around there, so we're thinking it's him. We can't get a hold of him, and I might actually have to go to court over this stupid matter. God, it's retarded. He crashes my car, and I might have to go to court over it. He's not going to get anything out of it, except maybe not have to pay as much money. But to go to court for all this is just a hassle. It's really annoying, and they're probably hoping that we give up. So it's just stupid, you know? Maybe I'll talk to you about that after the court settlement. And, yeah. I didn't have a nice car anyways. I just had, like, a shitty 92 Saturn. Or 91. Yeah, it was really old. Piece of crap. So, yeah, that sucks. But it was still a car. So, you know, a car is a car. You gotta like it either way. I mean, if you're driving a car around and you could take your friends places, it's still pretty cool. And to those of you that are not driving yet, let me just tell you, if you get your license before your friends, oh my god, you are going to become their personal chauffeur. Like that. I actually felt like that for quite a while because, well, another thing is you're not really supposed to drive other people around until you're 18. Your license is no longer provisional, but nobody really obeys that rule. Not encouraging you to not obey that rule, but I did kind of cheat it a couple of times because it also says that you could drive your friends home. And if they're drunk, no, none of my friends were drunk, but I told them if we were ever pulled over to say that they were drunk and I was taking them. We never were pulled over or anything like that, though, so no worries. Oh, the commentary is wrapping up pretty quick. Yeah, so just remember that if you do get your license before your friends, you're just going to become their personal chauffeur. I actually drove my friend, like, out 3 hours once to see somebody. It's pretty stupid, but, you know. So I hope you guys did enjoy this commentary. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe so you could see more, and if I didn't say it already, I will be coming out with another dual comm with JG, so look forward to that. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, here's some other videos you might also enjoy. On the left, we have a double MOAB with JG. On the right, we have a silenced A12 MOAB. Click on the video that you would like to see now to be directly linked to that video.